Hi, friends. I wanted to share something with you. Two things. I'm going to go through a bag today, a $15 bag. But I wanted to share something that has helped me in the past. By becoming friends with the people who work at the stores, they are aware of what you're looking for, and if they ever get it into the store, they will tell you. So I was about to leave the store yesterday, and one of the workers came to the front and said, "Hey, they just pulled out a cart with a TV on it. I know you were looking for one." So I purchased one a few months back, was very excited about it, but when I came home, the USB ports didn't work on the TV. I mean, not the USB, sorry, the HDMI cables. The ports didn't work, and that happens with certain types of TVs. So I took it back. I was kind of sad. It was $75, and it was a pretty big size flat screen. So they knew that I was looking for one. And so when I was there and one came out, they came and said, "Hey, there's one back there that just came out if you're interested." So I went back, and it was beautiful. It looked new. It was a good brand, and a really one I like. And brought it home, HDMI cable in it. It's beautiful. It works wonderful. And it was $40 for this. It looked new TV. And so I thought, oh, that's just so wonderful. And then on the same cart was this. Let me show you some information on it now. This and the one I've been using. So when I eat or whatever, I just listen to YouTube channels or documentaries or Netflix shows, just because I live alone and I like to have something that keeps my mind busy when I'm working on things. So this one, my sister gave to my mother. My mother's been passed away for almost 3 years now, and it was broken when I got it for my mom, and its battery does not hold at all, like 5 minutes and it's gone. And look at this. This one, it just looks new. And I was just praying for a new TV and a new, and I need the TV to work on family history stuff. So I needed one that wasn't, the one I had in my room was like this wide, deep, and I wanted something flat so I could put all the electronic capture equipment in front of it on the desk that I have it on. And so I was so happy to get that TV. And then this came out, and it was new in the box, $20. And so I was so happy. I'm like, this is awesome. What a great day. And then this came out while I was there, and checking on the other stuff that I was getting. I want to make sure the TV worked, and this turned on. And so I was able to get this bag of jewelry. Now, I didn't see anything in the bag of jewelry that made me like, oh, there's silver and gold in it. And so I normally don't buy it if I don't see some silver or gold. However, there's friendships that you build with the people that you buy from. And when I'm looking at a bag of jewelry or looking at something and there's a worker there, because most of the time there's jewelry, it's behind the counter and you have to have a worker watching you while you look at it. And I just start to ask them questions and, get to be friends with them. And then if they know you're looking for something, they want to help you out. They'll say, "Hey, I know you were looking for marbles, or you were looking for this or that. We have some back there." When I come in, they'll guide me to the item that I was looking for. So also I want to give gratitude. When I say a prayer for something, I usually get it within a day or two. So I just had been thinking about these 3 things this last week or so. The flat screen TV, which I ended up getting for $40, I was looking at them twice now at Walmart and they're well over $100 for this brand. Was probably $170 for the size that I got. And I was looking at it, thinking about buying it just so that I could get started on this family history transferring videos over thing that I've got going on. And so I kind of prayed about it and said, "I'm just going to let you take care of it. I don't really have the funds right now to do that." So, and then I had this little iPad thing. I'd just been sitting on this chair that I have, massage chair, and I wanted to watch something while I was on there, and the battery wouldn't hold, and I didn't really want to plug it into the same outlet was the chair and some other electronics that I have, because that's a large draw in that one area. So I thought, oh, it'd just be nice if I had a new little pad that I didn't have to worry about plugging in for an hour while I watched a show and sat on the massage chair. So I have to give gratitude. Whenever I pray for something, I'm very blessed. God, and I believe God's my Heavenly Father, and He blesses me with those things, especially when I'm specific. So I just wanted to share those things with you. Become friends with the people at the places you shop. Always give them kudos, and sometimes they'll say, hey, I'm looking for, if you have extra chain in the bag. Like this last week, a girl was saying, hey, I have a necklace, I want a chain about this long, and I have a million. And so for me, it wasn't very hard to just pull out a couple and put them in a bag for her, because I don't need them, I have too many. So it's good to become friends with the people, because then they'll let you know what they've got when it's come, you know, they can't tell me before it comes out, or they can't call me and talk to me about it. I'm sure there's rules at the store and things, but they just, like I said, I was leaving the store, the item came out on the cart, and this guy ran forward and said, hey, don't leave. So thank you, Randy, for coming forward and letting me know about that. And thanks, Robin, for the advice on the iPad thing. So that was one thing I wanted to share. The second thing is, I was talking in my last video, one of my last videos, about these kind of chains, and I wanted to show you how well they work. Oh, I forgot to bring my other chain that's not this thick, kind of a rope kind of thing. They hang, these hold the charms flush on your neck, like they don't come to a point, and that's why I like them. And I was just going to show you that. So I bought this. It's actually moth wings, and it's reversible in Peru, and I love it, but I wanted a chain that was thick enough that it wouldn't hang down in, you know, like in a point. It just looks silly having a big bulky item on a small chain. So I got these in a grab bag, a couple. I actually bought the grab bag specifically for these items because I really like amber and I like silver. So I bought the whole grab bag for $10 last week because I wanted this, because these are really thick. They're nice. They're rounded. They don't come to a point when the item's on them. They stay rounded. Can you see how that works? So I bought that specifically, that one for a thinner one. I have a jade tiki that I got in New Zealand when I lived there. And this one, so that one I paid $10 for the entire bag. That was the only thing in it I wanted, and the rest was all junk. This one, it says 95 heavy designer from Italy. I got it at this, one of my favorite stores, in a grab bag for $30 in June. So I've shown you how I write what's on it and what's in the bag. And these are just great. This one I got for $2 at that store years and years and years ago. I was looking specifically for it, and I had prayed for it, and I found it. Somebody picked it up and threw it right in front of me. It was like $2, I think, if I remember correctly. And then this one I got in that grab bag. So I have several heavy designer type jewelry that I love that need these type of change. And what I've been doing is I've just been exchanging out this one all the time for all of them. And you can see that it's really shiny because I wear it all the time. So, but if you look at these two, these are new within the last few months, and they're super dirty. But once you start wearing silver against your skin, it will shine right up. Or once you rub your fingers along it, I'll show you the difference and where I've rubbed and where I haven't rubbed, and you'll see how quickly. So that's what happens. You get the tarnish off, and look how shiny it is already in that one spot. It's still over here and shiny where I've rubbed. So that's why I like this type of necklace, and I just wanted to show you that. It makes it so much easier when you're wearing a heavy charm or designer piece. So that's what I wanted to explain on that one, because I didn't have them with me when I was opening that bag. So let's open the bag, but thanks for being patient with me while I explain those things. Oh, so the reason I bought this bag, it didn't have anything in it that I wanted. However, this manager is kind of new to the store, and I wanted to, I hadn't gotten bags in a very long time, and I think sometimes when you show gratitude to people, they want to help you more. So every time I find something there at the store that I like, or if they've helped me mark something down because it's been there a while or it's not working correctly and I want to take a chance on it. For example, the massage chair that I have, it was marked quite expensively, but it didn't work. So I called the company and was able to get it working by buying a part. But because the part was very expensive, the store marked it down to $20. So I got a very nice massage chair for $20, but then had to do the research and figure out how to fix it. So, but I gave gratitude that he was willing to mark it down so that I could take a chance on it, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money and take a chance on it. So by giving gratitude, sometimes the people in the store, or sometimes I'll take them a thank you treat if I have extra treats, you know, after the holidays or something. It's nice to give gratitude to anybody who helps you out. So I just wanted to share that with you. So let's go. So I bought this bag because I appreciated, I think, you know, sometimes they might bring them out for when you're there, or knowing, you know, what time you come. I come at the end of the day usually. So sometimes I don't know that they're doing that. I can't say for sure that they're doing that, but I appreciate it and I want them to know I appreciate it. So some chain extenders. Those are always handy to have, especially when you're a larger person. These are plastic. And by looking at the clasp, I know it's not real. You can always check it, but with a magnet. But if it's looks like that, it's usually not real. So that's just going to go in a donate pile, or it's kind of a cute one. It might be fun for piñata or grandkids or something, dress ups. Now this is interesting. Oh, okay. I was like, they're all pins. No, it's an earring and a pin set. Isn't that cute? The women we go sing at the nursing home and the care center at Christmas, and then let them each take one. So that goes in a little baggie for them to pick from when we sing to them. This is one of the reasons I kind of bought the bag. One, I wanted to thank the guy for bringing it out, but two, check that out. It's like somebody's traveling with their earrings. Don't those look fun? So there's just there's some like the ones I have on, kind of. Okay, not sure how to do each of these. Maybe I will not do them individually. Maybe let me just test them all quickly. We'll just test them all while you're watching. I'll test them all, and if they aren't magnetic, then we'll look at them a little closer and see what they might be made of. Okay, so these ones are not looking magnetic, so I'm going to take those ones off and look at them closer and show you what we see. But up front, looking at it, I thought they might be real, and I'll show you why. I'm sure if you've watched my other videos, you'll know why. But it's the posts that let you know. Okay, so this one I pulled off. If you can look, the posts are round, and they've got this little latchy thing there, and they're not real. Okay, so I pulled those off to show you not real. Okay, these ones, they're not magnetic, but if you look at the posts, they're not round. They're very wide and kind of flat. And then if you can't see markings on them, you can rub your thumbnail or your fingernail on them like that to see if there's anything that is rough on them. And there is something that's rough, I think. Let me get the loop out and I'll show you what I can see. But typically when they're like that and they have a little bulb on the end, can you see a little, it's kind of like a little bulbous thingy on the end? Usually that means they're silver, and they have kind of a little bump at the end. So, and maybe these aren't, but they're definitely made differently. Okay, I cannot see it clearly on that one, so let me look and see if I can see it anywhere else on there, or the other one might be better. Okay, I think it's on this little stem right here. gosh, it's teeny, and my eyes are, you know what I need? I need some of those little, the glasses that are magnet, like the doctors wear, the dentists and the orthodontists, with the massive magnifier, like it's electronic magnifier or something. So I can feel like scrapes or little marks, but I can't clearly see them. They're kind of right where the clasp goes. So I don't know, maybe if I polished them up I'd be able to tell better, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right there. So I think it's just stamped in a bad place. This one looks like it might be stamped, is it right on the other side of this? And sometimes it's stamped on the inside, but not usually. Oh, there it is. It's on the inside. Okay, so I think it might have been tried to stamp on the top, but it's stamped on the inside. So just like that, it took me a minute to figure it out because it's marked otherwise. Usually it's marked stamped right here. Sometimes that's if it's very small marking, but this one is a little bit bigger and it's on the inside. Oh, I didn't see. Let me see if it says cubic zirconia or something on the, yeah. Okay, so that one, the one earring was marked with 925, and the other earring, because it has little diamonds on it, is marked with CZ, which is cubic zirconia. So let me see if I can show you that. Come on. It's kind of right in the middle of that. Let's try it this way. I'm hitting the clasps on these. Nope. That's right. Oh, can you see it right there? Can you see it? It's kind of, this is in the way. So the, let's see if I can get it. There it is. So one of them is marked 925 and the other one's marked cubic zirconia, and they've got kind of like a blue topaz and that. So yay, silver on the first thing we're looking at. And I did use the magnet when I was at the store trying to figure out which ones were real and which ones weren't. So far these two at the top are not. Obviously this one's not, and the other one of those fell here, so let's put that up there. Okay, these are dressy bling ones, so I'll keep those for dress ups anyway. And then there's some starfish kind of underneath that look stainless, but I've shown on another video how they can be not. They can be silver. So I'm going to go back to those starfish in a minute. Okay, so these ones are, we need to look at a little bit. Oh, they've got backs on them. These ones I need to look at a little bit more because they're not acting, but they look plated to me, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let me take these off. We'll test them once we get them off. And the ones next to them also look like they could be silver. Well, these ones don't look necessarily silver to me, but these ones next to them kind of look like they could be little hearts. They're not seeing magnetic, seemingly magnetic, so let me look at those too. So they have backs on them, which I've never seen these kind of backs on these danglies, so this is definitely somebody's little stash, but kind of breaking them. Look at that, what it did to the back, having that on there. Okay, so the hearts are not magnetic, and let's see. It's not super clear. It looks like there's a bird, like a, check the other one, kind of almost looks like a phoenix stamped on the back. Nope. Can't see anything. It almost looks like a plate, but it looks like it's a good plate if it's a plate. me look around the edges. Sometimes on these earrings, so I was looking here at the back. I didn't see anything on the back, but sometimes they'll stamp them on the edges here. So let me look at the edges real quick to see if I see anything stamped on the edges. Not seeing anything. Sometimes it'll be on the top of the loop in the back, sometimes it'll be on the front, and other times it will be on the stem itself. So it'll be stamped somewhere on here. So I always run my fingernail and look at it with the loop real quick to see if I can see any 925 markings. So let me just look real quick at the, not seeing anything. And sometimes you have to check both earrings because sometimes one will be marked and the other one will not. So those I'm going to look at a little bit more. They're really bent from being on that card. These ones don't look silver to me. They look too shiny. They just, real silver has more of a soft look to it most of the time because it's got a little tarnish on it. It's got to be plated brass just looking at it, or copper. It just looks plated and not seeing any markings on it. It's the way it's not sharp on the edges. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but on when it's silver, that's usually very crisp on the edges and very sharp, and that's kind of like rounded. Like when you pour candy into it, like if you make homemade suckers or melted candy, when you pour it in, it kind of webs a little bit when it kind of melts in, and that's kind of what electric plating does. So I don't think these are real, just by looking at them and everything. And if you were really concerned, you could do more investigation, but I'm not that concerned. I don't know where to put these backs. I'm going to stick them in this bag because there's lots of backs in the bag already. Okay, ring like this. I put it in piñatas. I put them in little baggies and put them in piñatas, and then the kids can have them. Or the other thing was, like, if you do a toss game or a fishing game, you can clip the baggie to the fishing clip thing, and they can get those from that. Okay, so that was in the bag. That's why I did that one. Okay, so we've got non-magnetic, non-real. These are all magnetic. All of them are coming up. These ones are really pretty. I'll take those and put them in the like dress up kind of thing, evening wear. I'm trying to get to these ones. Those ones look like they're just a little different metal. Not saying they're silver. They almost look like the India silver. But gosh, these backs are really doing a number on these earrings. It's a Weiler's Light container that they've put it on. So let's try these ones. Okay, there's no magnetism even to the stems. So once again, makes me think they could be silver, but when I look at the, let me show you the backs. When you look at the backs, they don't look real. Usually silver that is worked does not have these striations, and you can see black coming through, and that's usually plated. So these just don't look real to me. Can you see those stripes, kind of striations? That's not usually real. So unless you can find some markings on them, they just, even on the edge, they're not sharp and crisp. Like, well, they have edges, and usually silver, when it's worked, does not have edges. And can you see that there's an edge on the top and the bottom? Silver doesn't usually have that, so I'm guessing they're not. They're some kind of other alloy of some kind. Okay, these ones I was hoping are real. I love these little ones. They match the ones I have on almost. Get them off here real quick. I haven't tested them yet, but I just think they're cute. So I'll take them off and see. They kind of look like ones I have on. They're super cute. Not magnetic. Wait. Something's going on with the stems. I don't know on these. Let me hang them upside down. Sometimes you can hang them upside down and just see if it's, okay, see the stem is, and then the bottom is not. So my guess is the bottom may be sterling. It would be kind of hard to plate that, I think, a little bit. But the top is not. So what I might do is take the top off of those other ones that's not magnetic and put those on. These, I think those are super cute. So maybe silver, maybe not silver. Okay, then there's a bunch of like fake diamondy, not for sure. Like they've got this fishing wire stuff going on, and then there's some dangly, sparkly hearts right here, and then there's some more cubic zirconia type earrings, and it's really hard to determine on the ones that are. So what you'd have to do is take all of these out and then see if they're magnetic on the back. And sometimes you can tell by the thing on the back whether or not they're silver, because sometimes it'll be marked like right here or right here that it's silver. And so sometimes you can tell by looking at the back if it is. Now this back is plated and then the plate's coming off. So I'm guessing since none of, can you see the black marks coming through? That's plate. But none of them are real. And these starfish don't look real to me, but I'm going to test them anyway. They just look plated, just the way that they're, once again, it looks like the back is sprayed. So you can look at them. The other thing you can do is run your finger along this. Sometimes it's marked on the stem, and the stem is really rough. It has 3 notches on it, like to hold the thing on, but it doesn't look like it has any writing on it. Let me show you just what the markings look like. It's just their little round loop that hold on the back. So they just look plated, like I showed you on the other one. The edges aren't kind of crisp. So that's this whole card. Most of those are going to be donated because my girls have plenty of earrings. And okay, this one is a sweet chocolate bar. Let's see on these. Okay, those ones are not, those ones aren't, those ones are, those ones are. So, let's see. I'm not going to take these ones off the card to look at them, and I'll show you the back, and I think they're just brass plated because, or copper plated, because if you look at the back, once again, let's see if I can get it in the light. Can you see the striations? It's kind of bumpy. That's a plating. It's not what silver looks like. It's very smooth. Okay, so that was all those earrings. Took a lot longer than I thought, but okay. The bag of little kid stuff. It says necklaces on it. Looks like mostly it's going to be little kid stuff. So it should be quick to go through. Oh my goodness. They're on straws. It's a best friend's necklace. I don't know why they're on straws. That's kind of weird. This one's kind of fun. It's like a fake turquoise crystal. I don't think it's even a real crystal. I think it's just glass. And it feels like plasticky at the top. So if it was a crystal, the edges would be more sharp. Look how smooth that is. Can you see how smooth it is? It's like a poured glass instead of a sharp crystal. That's just a cheap knockoff. Some charms, an infinity, a sun, and a moon. You know they're not real because they're from came apart. And the way that they're made in the back, I'll show you, it's the striations again. You can just tell by looking at the backs most of the time. See, that's got the striations. Not real. And I know that they're not real, but I'm showing you the striations and how to look for them quickly when you're looking in a grab bag. Again, none of these are going to be real. They're all just kids things. So. Well, that part's magnetic. This part, let's see. Just not looking real. Just kind of has that yellowy. This is not made well. You see the striations. Got two necklaces stuck there. Okay, so obviously not real. This one's kind of fun. It's like a bunch of arrows holding a, oh no, it's just broken arrows. Oh, there it is. Kind of a chain that looks like it would be irritating to your neck, frankly. It's just still kind of fun. Somebody might like that. So this is magnetic down here. It's a mood necklace. And I'm not quite sure why. Oh, I was going to say it's got to be copper, but it is, because usually these are very magnetic, but it's copper. You can see the copper coming through. I probably will just put that in the recycle bin because the copper's coming through, and who's going to wear that, right? So, a homemade flower, awful looking thing. It's definitely homemade. Sometimes this is real silver though. Sometimes this can be lead, which it shouldn't be, but people are stupid sometimes. Or it can be a silver, kind of a papery thing, like an aluminum kind of, and then you just, like aluminum foil but thicker, and then you just wrap it around. So sometimes I'll just peel that off and throw it in the recycle and throw the glass away because that's really gross. Yeah. Nobody's going to want that either. Okay, little choker, kind of cute. Somebody might like that. Some funky beads. Looks like some kid had fun with those. I have a container of beads sometimes. If there's a lot of them and they're cute, I'll throw them in the, I just have like a little plastic container I got from Costco with some nuts in it, and I just throw the beads in there and then the grandkids can play with them. This says, "Sister, I love you." It does not look like it is real. Not. I guess maybe the straws help them from getting tangled, maybe? I've never seen that before. That just looks like chokies. I don't know that anybody would want those, so don't even think we'll donate those. Okay. This little girl's name was Beth, and we have a bee on this one. So this one is a bee with like diamonds that have fallen out of it. And I'll show you how you can see overplate on the back. That's clearly overplate. It's very kind of bumpy and drizzly. And this is kind of cute. If I knew a Beth, it's kind of a cute little thing. Double check the chains, because sometimes parents will put, if their kid breaks a chain, they'll put little charms on real necklaces. So you always double check the kids' necklaces anyway. So, it's kind of a fun sounding little necklace. Little bells. A little charm. Put with those other ones. It probably came off of that Kmart charm necklace thing. Okay, these two look interesting. I'm thinking this is probably gold filled, and there's a little magnetism to it. Usually the little girls' necklaces are gold filled, and let me check the back of that. Yeah, the charm is electroplated. I'll show you that. And okay, so the stamp is really bad. Hopefully you can read it. It's half only showing. Because it's not gold, the stamp doesn't go in as well. So right there, it says 1/20 14K. So it's 1/20th gold filled. So they put a little bit of gold in it. Only 1/20th of gold is in the chain. And then the other way you know it's not real is the clasps are not sealed. Like right there, there's an opening. If it was real gold, they solder those. So let me show you the gold plating on this, and you can kind of see it. Interesting. Wait a minute. The front looks like it's plated, but it's got a little diamond on it, and I thought it looked plated, and I think it's just dirt. Let me try again. Guess what? I think we got gold here. Let me take it off and show you. This is why we always check. So they've got a chain that is gold plated, and they put a charm on it that is not gold plated. So on these gold fill, you can throw them into the recycle and have somebody boil it down for you and get it to be more of a pure gold if you know somebody, or you can just take it to the recycle place and hopefully they'll give you a little bit more because it's got some gold in it. Okay, so I wonder if it's a diamond chip then, if this is gold. So let's see if you can see that. Right there, it says, come on, get the lighting right, 10K. And then it's got a little triangle designer mark. Hopefully you could see that. It's really small and it's right on the angle where it would be harder to see. So it's right. Trying to get it where it's not in the light, but yes, it's in the light. So there's the angle, triangle thing. So hard. Anyway, it's 10K. There you go, right there. 10K, and then there's a little triangle, and there's a little diamond chip kind of on the front and the pearl. So not a lot of 10K, but still gold. And if you're gonna recycle it down or whatever, then that's something. Okay, not real. Little B is not real. So a little bit of gold so far, a little bit of silver. So nothing too exciting. And this I did see at the store, and I was kind of excited because if you look at it, it looks like it had a, clasp similar to what gold could be. And it has kind of got that yellow antique-y gold. But when you look closer, you can kind of see chips on it. The black coming through. And so it says somewhere on here, I looked at it at the store. Where did it show it? It's right here. So it says, so I got excited for a second, but it says LS 14 karat gold filled. So you can see that. But still, even if it's, gold filled, Let's see if you can see that. It's so hard with the lighting. I never, okay, right there. Anyway, so it says gold filled. So you can wear it if you like it. It's got a kind of a security thing there, but the clasp itself is not working. I wonder if it could be pulled out and fixed. But I would not wear that. I don't think it would even fit my big wrists. I've got huge, I've got working girl wrists. So it kind of would fit, but it would be kind of snug on me. But anyway, I would, if I was gonna wear gold, I'd really probably wear real gold. So I'm just gonna put it in my recycle. Like I have a baggie of gold recycle stuff. Oh, there it goes. I got it to snap. So I just put it in that container with a bunch of gold filled items, and then you can condense it down into more solid gold. Another bag says necklaces and earrings, and it's a necklace and earring set. It's kind of pretty. It's really heavy. Looks like it could be designer of some kind, but it doesn't have any marks that I can see for designer, but that is really kind of pretty. I have a daughter that might actually like that. I'm going to put it back in the bag to keep them from getting tangled or lost. Separated. Okay. That's a big, I can't remember the name of that like little scout symbol. There's a name for it, but these are glass beads. They are nice glass beads, and they have a EFM designer tag on them. I'm sure it's not real, but let me show you the tag. I don't know this designer. I'm looking for markings on the, there's no, it doesn't look real. The clasp doesn't look real, but anyway, I don't know that designer, but I'll look it up. It's something. It feels like the glass beads are quality. So, okay, this is a bracelet that looks like Harley wings, angel wings, and magnetic. And the back does not look real. If you look at the back, you can kind of see. But this would be really fun around those jars that I make for Halloween. We fill them with weird things and then put jewelry around the top of them and make labels for them. So that would be a really fun thing to put on the Halloween jars that I make with I made with my daughter. Wow, this is really blingy. It's a little broken, but I think it can be fixed. I think it just got pulled a little. This one right here is hanging down a little bit. It just needs to be latched up there, but that's really pretty. I mean, if the right evening gown, it's got little diamondy sparkles. It's kind of pretty. Fun for dress ups anyway. Okay, dokie. Another baggie, necklace and earring set. It looks like a not real, but we'll check it out. But it's cute. It's black, and the earrings match, black and silver. So somebody might like that. Kind of fun. Just double checking to see if there's any markings on the thing, and there's not. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the bag to keep them together. This is a slide necklace. They were really popular in the 80s, early 80s. They're never real, but a little magnetism to them. But they're still fun for kids. They like them because they can make them long enough or short enough that how they want them to fit. a Chuck E. Cheese birthday star token. Oh my gosh, that's got to be collectible. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. It's really heavy. So if it's not worth anything, we'll put it in the recycle bin. But I'm going to look that up because Chuck E. Cheese hasn't been around in our area for a while. So I'm guessing somebody may want that. Okay, Pro Dio Pro Patria. I don't know what that is, but you might be able to tell me. It does not look real. It's brass. I'm looking. It's made in USA. So it's not magnetic at all. Anyway, I've got a bunch of pins I had out of a bag last week. I have no idea on any of them. All right, this has a designer LC on it. It's a stone. Kind of look pretty with what I got on. I typically wouldn't wear that, but that might be cute. Or what I have on, this doesn't quite match perfectly, but it was what I had in a hurry when I was in a hurry this morning. So these are jade-ish type beads and some glass homemade beads. So stones and beads. Might try that with this shirt. I don't know. I hated those. They catch in the hair. I don't know why anybody would keep those. They're just awful. A homemade bead. Somebody might want it. Kind of like this. This is a little different. It's magnetic because it's picking up my magnet, but I kind of like that. I never wear big stuff like that, but I kind of like that. It's just like see-through glass beads. They're kind of smoky peach and pink. I don't know. I'll see. I might have a daughter that would like that. All right. Somebody was really organized. These are her bracelets. These can either go into the recycle if they're copper showing through, or they can go into just donate. I just bag them all, and Halloween I let the kids pick from them and stuff. So that's usually how it goes. Ooh, no, darn. I was going to say it looks silver, just a quick glance, because it's tarnished. So at quick glance, I'm like, ooh, that looks like a silver chain because they make them out of that. But then I saw the clasps, and I'll show you why. Those clasps are never real. 99.9% time, unless somebody's taken them out, and the plate is already coming off. That's why it looks tarnished. The silver plate's already coming off. So I'm just going to put that right in the recycle. So I have a bag for gold, a bag for silver, and then a bag for all other metals, copper, brass, whatever. These also, I can't imagine anybody wanting that, but you never know. I'll put it in the donate. A little rainbow, that's cute. I like that little rainbow. That's going to go in the piñata. It's got a little hook, an eye. That's really cute. Somebody would like that, I think. Prize or piñata box. A gold, heavy gold charm. So it's got to be brass. It's not real gold, obviously. It's more like a brass. But it's cute. Cute brass. Somebody will like it. None of my kids wear bracelets, so. A homemade washer bracelet with washers and ribbon. No, that's not real. And a costume bracelet. This looks a little, it could be vintage looking. Look at that. Those square diamonds were popular a while back. I know it's not real by looking at the clasps in the back. If you look at the back, you can see clearly it's not real. It's not shiny. It's not silver. It's costume. I'm not quite sure what metal it is, but it's that typical edges, that kind of stuff. But that's cute for dress up, so that'll be a ask and keep. Just a little magnetic jump ring of some kind from a necklace, so it's going in recycling. Cap, I don't know what that means, but let me measure it. Magnetic. Pewter. Okay. Don't know, once again, all these pins. Clearance necklace with a 4-leaf clover, a peace sign, and a peace little saying. So that would be a fun piñata one. Like a biker pin, maybe. I don't know. It says something on the back. FRW. It's not. It's too sharp to be real. If you look at the edges and everything, it's not real. But I don't know what it stands for. Another cap pin. This one is more silver. So just to be sure, I'm taking off the back and looking to see if there's any markings. And I don't see any. Not magnetic. It looks plated, and I'll show you the back and you can see why. So I'm guessing it's maybe copper or brass plated. See right there? Just looks plated. Anyway, I don't know what cap means. CP, initials or something. Oh, a craft from Native American headdress craft from it's safety pins, beads, and pipe cleaner. So I have a friend that might want to use that for scouts. We're doing Native American craft in the next few months, so she may want that. This one says necklace and earring set. So it is definitely not real. It's like aluminum. It's not aluminum because it's magnetic, but no, nobody's going to want that in my family. Somebody's going to want it. We sell stuff like this at yard sales all the time. Ooh, I like this. This is pretty. Look at those stones. Looks like something I would have bought in Peru or Mexico. The clasp is not real. Sometimes the beads are silver, but it's not. The beads could be silver, but the metal inside the wiring is not. But I like that. I even like the one inside of that little bead there. I like that. I think one of my daughters will like that. My Princess 5 that's serving as a missionary likes natural stone things, so similar to that. But she doesn't do bracelets, doesn't do watches. She doesn't like bulky. But that is still cute. So if I put these in the yard sale pile, people buy them just for these beads. They'll just come and buy a bag of all the different beads for 20 bucks or whatever. I just tell them, pay me what you want. This one is kind of fun though. It is one of those watch bands, but when you clasp them together, it makes a really cute little girl's bracelet. So I give those to, if they're really fun beads, which those are, she would love those. I give those to my granddaughter. So they're fun. She liked those. Okay, copper and silver looking ring. Wouldn't it be cool if that was real? Wouldn't that make my day? So the last couple I bought of these actually were stainless. They were marked stainless, so that was interesting. interesting. It says S925, which is a plated 925, I'm guessing. Because if you look here, you can see it's definitely plated. So it's probably gold over silver. Let me show you how I can tell. If you can see. See that chipping right there on the back, the bottom? That's the plate coming off. But it says, show you. Yeah, it's definitely plated. It's very, very clear. There's a crack right here. If you can see that crack. Like I've shared before, a thick plate cracks and chips. A thin plate wears off. So when you're wearing a thin plate, you'll wear the item for 3 days and the copper will start coming through. A thicker plate, they usually do on a little bit more expensive things, and they'll gold plate over silver. So they can mark it 925 because it's silver underneath, but then they'll plate it with gold. So this might be rose gold then. So that says S925. So I'm guessing that it's silver underneath, and then they rose plated it because it does kind of have a gold hue to it. I was thinking maybe it was the plate over copper, but it's over silver. So you wear it long enough, the plate will wear off and you'll have just the silver. Not that I'm going to do that. I have plenty of real rings I'd rather wear. This was a craft, I guess. It's got the instructions and a bunch of beads, but it looks like they threw a bunch of extra beads in there. Okay, so it's another one of those weird pins that I don't know what it is. Somebody knows, you can tell me. And then some little crafts. They made little ladybug pins. Oh, it's a whole craft kit. So there's a snowflake, a bracelet, and those are big charms. And then a couple extra beads and some wire that came, oh, and they're jump rings. Those are jump rings on a little pin. So cheap jump rings that go with their little craft kit. So that was the bag. So not a ton, but I appreciated that he brought it out for me. I appreciated that there's a few things in here I liked anyway. So to recap, we have silver earrings with cubic zirconia. We have a 10-carat charm with a pearl and a little diamond. Possible silver